Mr. Lynch, lives will be live forever. Good morning, Miss Simply, or 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 simply, David. It's David Murat, David Lynch. It's November 5th, 2025. It's Wednesday in Naples. Today, once again, it seems totally clear. It's totally clear sky and atmosphere in general, and it also seems very still right now. It's early afternoon. It's noon and now. It's noon and 24. 68 Fahrenheit 20 Celsius. This means that it is really soft, like this period is fact of soft. It's a classic adjective used for the autumn, but also spring period. So it's the course of 4 years ago, yes, we consider effect last June 17, giant than 4 years. Also effect for last summer. We passed 4 years with the course for the summer. Perhaps someone know or remember or follow with me past summer. I think nobody. Also the fact that a few weeks ago entered in autumn. Now also for the autumn are 4 years, but a few weeks ago, almost 2 months ago, yes, month and a half practically, yes, entered in autumn. Now also for the autumn are 4 years with the course, but obviously not for the rest season, so spring and winter, because in that case there are still 3 years. As perhaps someone non remember finché poi sono more which I suppose indeed. I'm sure, twice he remember things for the same. Adesso se sometimes one purpose fact that you should watch my videos, it's better no perhaps a paradox io ho tratto per me. And I really su identical position. Also for the it's also for the winter, spring, and summer. That's fact for the winter, so it's cold. For the spring, once again, it's soft. For the summer, it's hot. So sono in general for all the seasons periods. Classic adjective and 0 degree is it for me was nothing was in field weather. Absolutely incomplete, better, absolutely incomplete, surely for this period for 2 reasons. The first one consists in a passage from summer to the autumn, and the second one consists in the last definitive change of temperatures increase up in the pratica in the last 6 weeks. For the 6 weeks, where in fact the air now, because the change is completely changed and pleasant. With the area means the same temperature in degrees, so the sum of these things makes the situation completely pleasant. At least for me, not also for other people. For I think of not because they feel cold, for I think of yes or no. This depends on them. However, in general, for me, questo still molto scatto situazione in general, I see for sure some things they just feel like it's really beautiful. Tasty seems like me feel some things on this. Negli afternoon, I think at the temperature is repeat as just before. 68 Fahrenheit 20 Celsius. The protein atmosphere atmosphere. As before today we are it's beautiful. Yes, and even if it's not visible because it's behind the palaces, where it came out of the zone, and so now I see 3 things for later when it came on sunshine, the sun in general. It came out. The first one is that now I sing for the same Napolitan classical song Solo Mio, because this thing is became a myth for me during last summer. as helps someone follow me, as the summer figure body. So, when until now, so you know that's on my feet. It's coming out. So, yes. In fact, this is the second thing that radical it's coming out. This is the second thing that is this fact that it's really not beautiful, or only beautiful is a shame, but sublime in the sense, in fact, really sublime in the sense. The third thing is that it's impossible, as insomma, non servite si cases, it's impossible dire che sono che siete so, a che siete. Ora che si sente no, non si tiene piro, a cinque hours, insomma, about 10 days ago, or an hour before, last week of October, so last Saturday between Saturday and Sunday October. So that we are ready. Bienvenue from now later for other 4 hours and 25 minutes, 30 maximum. More or less in comparison with the main function, a completely different schedule. Quella su sinistra, mythical window with this other new curtain since last November 1. It is practically the fourth curtain that we used in the other room during last summer, and this is practically white, because all the colors of the curtain in the other room are always white, and also this factor is white, and this was the fourth curtain in that room since last June 2nd, only for the summer. We visit over the 8 period until 5 seconds. It's white with the green flowers, also because the main difference in the colors of the curtain in the room was the color of the flowers. It's green, these flowers are green, and also long flowers mixed with new plants, and practically they replaced or changed this curtain, also beautiful with the other previous legendary or mythical grey curtain with all beautiful grey curtain, and also beautiful grey curtain with a beautiful painted with branches. Really, the day of its birthday was its birthday was November 1, 2022. It's the third birthday, and really on the day of its third birthday, 4 days ago, on November 1, 2025, they removed it and changed it with this new because it was broken, consumed. So for this, after 3 years, it's also right to understand this thing, or obviously understand this thing, they changed it. I also made a short video, I say rip good man to a beautiful, so also kiss it, and yes, with also my beautiful music, but pure interpretation of piece, my interpretation of piece, fact wasn't but already touched in case this video in the cards that in the screen, perhaps in one of the comments of the video. So, but also in this case, Cortini also had the same, so both when there isn't a green shooter, also when there is, but more when there is, because FX image, LC read a same little speech sentence that I used also for the green curtain. That is it, but also no is better visible for me in its entirety. Green is a shot, anzi, once again, a shot. La seconda è conosciuta almeno attivissimo, che sia adesso una serie di mette speech sentences, but also always better visible for me, sentiti, e mi dice, anzi, non si mangia. And finally, from the question Jackson 30, PG, 635, was this me, just shut up. Va, questi molto piccoli, sono la leggenda di Porzi, essere anche di ingatore, non sono un buon sister. Also to myself, also basket, hey finally, I hope you wanna get the breakfast. Today it's late in general, also nice for me, also can say slightly late. Ecco, una serie di late mini come la sotto poi l'importante è si fare il fondo che ci sembra tutti questi soldi fa con breakfast, fintenne si invita, per stare tutte, fintenne parte in me, ti tu sei stato, si finca tre con le sei cose, sembra altri, e su sacci però, vedere di vita. Guarda di cosa sei con late, also, for my hours, if for the bit, I can see also, actually, slightly late. It's just only obviously just including 24 minutes. Nothing. Interesting as you should see, but I think that me also be very so I'm young. We always say. Ecco, si sono da moss, music la favore. Absolutely. La sua noce senza animanza, si è mostomania, finita new shots, no, mostomania, so, essa, rosso su conti, si rincle, perfetto, reason Friday, but this should be done a beer, ever miss it to one time, so I damage check better se really precise date, which I start to see all these things, and so mi sanno new shots, sono sì che si inizia il gioco, poi vedo che master mostomania, pensavo che fosse new shots, non so, saranno biscuits, ora dal biscuits, men büyük kombası, büyük biscuits and yes, chicken, the best, not the Mexican types of biscuits, chocolate chip cookies, or the cookies with chips to chocolate chips, and if not a mistake, questo effetto biscuits, mi sa che in generale, arti in particolare, tra l'altro si inizia le serie della lista, questa volta si porta milk, sono shot, sono che zitte, coffee, sì. Tosso, squicco, chocolate, sono tesi, fanno le shot fragmentine, sono shot, le infine, la sta, tendi, le monster, si che siamo stonia, sono sì che sono conto, ci le bisi, dammi le pile, sono veramente a cercare su, dopo se non muore, squicco, si finisce, no, dai, quando si finisce, brutto, tutto, quando si finisce, finché, 28 days, yes, sì che ci le bisi, di se diventano pile, lo so, lo conto, sono veramente a cercare su, and so I put insert it once again, the milk, so very good news. La second, within this also the fact in cose breakfast. Within this also the fact in cose breakfast are always a bomb, last period in particular, mega bomb. Also this is, say last period it's a joke, I was talking about most funny, but obviously I'm referring to first time, so that period. So as in some way we also can say that all Nicholas breakfast are always a mega bomb. And second thing is about CS, if there are CS la Conad, Italian CS, mi sarà sempre questa position. Si vedo. Cosa? Ma ti sapete position leader da bam. Anzi, una cosa. Tu devi commentare il mio because they are really super bad. Anzi, tomorrow si può fare perché non ti tomorrow oltre quello di lepre. Ma guarda, sì. With any if it's not feasible analysis, these things related with the command and these things this effect repeated surely will be a supplementation this in the sense and it's impossible to accuse requisite once again